Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
It's your professors, Professor Alex and Professor Boba.
Today, we're doing history.
Sexy history.
Sexy history, is it? Oh,
Alex
my.
didn't know, but now here we go. Sexy history.
Well, sure. This is
What's your sexiest history fact, Alex?
that's caught me off guard.
You've got to have one.
A sexy history fact.
Yeah. Either it's sexy to you or it involves being sexy.
Oh, well, sexy to me.
Yeah. What's in your opinion the sexiest history?
Well, I've always found the Hannibal Barca, who led the elephants across the Alps and humbled Rome in not one, not two, but 3 major engagements.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh. No?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who is it? Hannibal?
Hannibal Barca. He was he was a Carthaginian general.
Okay.
Do you know about the Punic Wars between...
No, I don't.
No? Okay, so kind of... Let's paint the picture. Carthage
Yes.
was the largest Mediterranean trading empire of the ancient era.
Okay.
And then Rome, the little shitty upstarts, decided to have illusions of grandeur in Sicily, which sparked the First Punic War, which after 20 years, I believe, around 20 years, and Hannibal's father was involved in that, they ended up losing, and they had to sacrifice all of their possessions in Sicily. But we're talking about their capital was in modern-day Tunisia.
Okay. What year is this? What time frame?
I think the Punic Wars were between the 5th century and the 1st century BC.
Oh, shit.
Maybe 2nd century BC.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
See, because so my history knowledge is, let's be honest, American, which means that we don't know any history besides the Native Americans and the Pilgrims loved each other and they shared a lovely meal together. And then we learned about Aztecs and stuff like that. And then when it came to faraway history, that was almost like an elective.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know very much outside of the scope of what I took for my uni, which is art history. So in order for me to relate my knowledge, usually if I have a year or a time frame, I can be like, okay, what art was going on at the time? And then I can kind of tell what forces were in power and stuff.
So what art was in the time of the Roman Republic?
See, that's kind of difficult. So who was the Roman ruler at the time?
Well, it was the Senate. And there wasn't a king. They'd exiled the kings, and it's before the time of the emperors. Okay.
So
it's that period between the kings and the emperors.
What about when is this in relation to the Crusades? Because I still get fuzzy about years.
That's at least 1,000 years in the future.
Okay, so that's pretty far away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd have to think because what other ancient civilizations existed at that time then?
You had the Greek city-states.
Okay.
They were big.
Okay.
You had Gaul.
Okay.
But that was more of a collection of tribes than...
Okay.
Carthage was the big empire of that time period that I'm talking about.
Okay, how about Assyrian and Babylonian then? How far ago is that?
Oh, Babylonian. That's probably... that was I want to say about 1,000 years before.
Damn, I'm off by 1,000 years in either direction. And Egypt. What about Egypt?
Well, Egypt was around, yeah. I can't remember if it was Hellenic by then.
Okay.
No, this was before... Was it? No, yeah, it was around the same time of Alexander the Great. Yeah, around
So this guy's doing his own things, this Hannibal Bar. He doesn't eat people, though, does he? Barker.
Yeah, no, he doesn't eat people.
Okay. Kind of, a misnomer there. They should have, I think, chosen a different name for him so that people didn't get confused on whether he was a cannibal or not.
Well, I think that was...
And so then... So they got in big trouble then, basically. His dad kind of fucked up, right?
Well, his dad was starting to turn the tide of the war, but it was the leaders of Carthage that were like, no, we want peace now.
Okay. So they took all their elephants?
Yeah, okay, so... so now Hannibal's a grown adult. His dad... So after the First Punic War, his dad made Hannibal swear to always be an enemy to Rome as a kid. So,
because fuck those guys.
So,
right?
Immense amount of propaganda, anti-Rome propaganda going on in Hannibal's mind.
Okay.
So they feck off to Spain and create a new Carthage.
Okay.
Which is Nova Carthago, which is... and Barcelona was actually named after the Barkid family, I believe.
Okay.
Did I get that right, chat?
So, ooh.
Anyway, sorry. So about 20, 25 years later, Hannibal's a big adult and wants to go fuck up Rome.
Yeah.
So instead of going the normal route, which might be via ships, because Carthage was the big kind of trading empire at the time, and in fact, they actually developed a mass production method for their navy.
Okay.
It was kind of like a flat pack navy.
Oh, so they were
it's
like
the IKEA of the time.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. However, one of them washed up one time on the Romans found an intact, washed up Carthaginian vessel and was like, oh, we'll just copy that. And then that's how the Romans managed to get control of the navy.
Isn't that what they always fucking do, those Romans? Because, listen, art history, they get those copper statues that they steal from Greece, and they're like, what are you talking about? We made these. And then they drop some of them in the ocean. I know that much, so I do know the Romans are copycats.
So Hannibal, with about 60,000 troops and a ton of elephants, decide to invade Italy via walking through the Alps in winter.
Not a good idea.
No.
And you said the elephants were there during that?
Yes.
Do they know elephants don't... Elephants don't do snow, right?
No, they don't. Most of them died, and half of his army died. Anyway, so once he gets through, so he's already got half of his army's dead. And then Rome's like, oh, we can just defeat this little pissant. But no. He defeats the Romans twice at Lake Trasimene and...
Lake Tresemme.
Ooh la la. I've forgotten the other one.
Okay.
Bollocks. Lake Trasimene, another one, and then the big one is Cannae. And Cannae is probably my favourite example of an ancient battle ever. By that time, his elephants are all dead.
Yeah.
So, which is, I know, not that. I don't find that sexy history.
Woo!
I need to show you a map because it's really gorgeous, his strategy.
Can we share this? Is this legal?
It's Tresia, Trasimene, and then we have the Battle of Cannae.
Okay.
So what we have here, so in order to kind of bait the Romans in, because he's already beaten them twice, the Romans have assembled a force of 60 to 80,000 men. Sorry, I'm going to go off the facts so I don't copy this. I'm going to use my own knowledge.
I like that.
I don't need no wiki.
Fuck the
I've got my brain, which works sometimes. So his forces are kind of... actually, I can do it on paint.
Okay. Ooh, even better.
I'll draw it on paint. So we have the Romans in red.
Okay.
All kind of deployed in this big block. Oh, that's shit. No. I'm not an artist.
Yeah. Do you want me to draw you a square?
No, it's all right. No, that's bad as well. Sorry. Okay, so, jeez. I'll do it smaller because I'm running out of room. So,
Alex, do you know there's a square tool? It's right here. Even Pierre said it as well.
Oh my god! That's so handy. I've been using paint wrong my entire life. So you have the Romans kind of arrayed in a big old formation here with little token bits of cavalry on each flank.
Okay.
The Roman didn't really focus much on cavalry, which was kind of dumb. Mm-hmm. So you got all the legions here, you got the cavalry here. Mm-hmm. Hannibal decides to be no, oh shit, no, that's red. Okay, but is there a tool for? Oh god, there is a tool as well. So Hannibal sets up his forces, kind of. That isn't a very good. No, I'm gonna draw it. We're going back to the drawing.
Okay.
Is this boring? I can stop.
No, I like this.
Okay.
This is gonna be a very skinny line with the pencil. Are you cool with that?
Yeah. So he arrays his forces kind of like this.
Okay. Like a bell end graph.
Yeah. With larger forces of Numidian cavalry and other kind of cavalry. Numidian cavalry are kind of the elite cavalry of the time.
Okay.
So they kind of charge forward, right?
Okay.
Pow, pow. Drive off the Roman cavalry from the battlefield, and then they just keep on fecking off for a while.
Okay, yeah.
Then you have the Romans marching forward because he put his weakest troops kind of at the front here. Mm-hmm. So when the Romans kind of marched forward, let's do... the Roman advance here. Mm-hmm.
Is this like spears and like shields time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then the Carthaginians kind of fall back, but this is all Hannibal's plan, right? Mm-hmm. So they fall back. Let's do a new... No, I can't. We'll just make a mess.
Okay.
So obviously his line kind of comes back and kind of does like a little reverse shape here.
Okay.
So the Romans are kind of coming in and they're slowly getting kind of enveloped. He deploys his reserves to kind of attack the flanks.
Oh, I see. So he's captured them.
And then the
in
cavalry
a
comes back as like a little feint. So he's actually trapped the entire Roman army.
What silly bitches.
Yeah. So they lose about 60,000 troops.
Yeah.
And after that, he was like, well, they've got to surrender now. I've beaten them thrice.
Yeah.
But the Romans, they're just like, nah, fuck off. And then eventually the Carthaginians lose the war. But this is the pinnacle of historical battles for me. This is what's sexy. Not death, but just the way it kind of...
The strategy.
Yeah, the strategy is sexy.
And is this the third Punic War then?
Second.
The second.
The third Punic War was not really a war. After they lost the second Punic War, Rome took all of their territories apart from a little bit in North Africa.
Okay.
But then in 146 BC, they kind of sieged down Carthage, and after like a 3-year siege, they just killed everyone and sold the rest of the Carthaginians into slavery.
Okay. Damn. This is really cool though, because like I don't know anything about battle strategy or anything like that. And like, of course, that's never crossed my mind to be like, oh, I wonder what sort of battle strategies they were doing besides like the hoplite thing of like, the shields and the 300 shit. So like, that's actually really interesting, is that they had enough battle strategy to be like, oh, let's just capture them in our egg, basically.
In our egg, yes.
Our egg.
I wish Alex had been my history teacher in school. I would hate to be a teacher.
Really?
Yeah. How accurate is 300? It's not.
How sexy were they, though? Besides just the strategy. Probably stinky, right?
I mean, yeah, personal hygiene wasn't really...
Every time
great.
I watch one of those films, I'm like, when was the last time they brushed their teeth?